Hi everyone. Recently, I was getting a lot of requests on statement of purposes, that is to explain what an SOP contains for specifically MBA interviews or going abroad, and how can you draft a stellar SOP. So, I would be sharing the process of making an SOP in this video, exactly what it contains, and a couple of tips so that you can make your SOP look good. A doubt that a lot of people have is, can we write our SOPs by taking help from, let's say, a content writing agency which is proficient in English and knows how to draft these SOPs? You can definitely take their help, but make sure that they do a personalized job of writing your SOP by understanding your candidature. So when I checked with my batchmates, they suggested a name called Write Right. I'll put the link in the description. You can check it out. They are in the business for a lot of years, 6+ years, I guess, and they have written a lot of resumes, LORs, a lot of SOPs as well. So you can rely on them. They do a personalized job of writing statement of purposes, and every single SOP is going to be different. So make sure to check out their website in the description. For now, I'm going to show you how exactly a statement of purpose looks like. So your SOP starts with your introduction, wherein you show where you come from, what are your interests, values, motivation as a person, all these things that embody you as a person. After that, you're going to share about your academic background, which includes your undergraduate degree, a postgraduate degree if you have one, and then you are going to share about your work experience if you have any. If you don't have any, then you talk about your internships, undergraduate projects, or any other project that you took up voluntarily. Generally, a lot of institutes don't share a word limit on your SOP. They generally tell you that this is a page that you have to fill up. So if it's a single page and you're using a 12 size font, writing about 500 to 700 words would cover up your SOP. But if you don't have a word limit, then you can probably go up to 1000 words. But that's the maximum that an SOP should contain, which means if you're describing yourself as a person, sharing your introduction about your academic and work ex, then it should get covered in the first two paragraphs of your SOP ideally. Now comes the most important part, which is explaining what your interest is in the current situation as well as in the future. What that means is, what are you doing currently that is inspiring you to take up that leap of faith and the next step to reach to your future goals? Let's say you are currently pursuing a job which is in the management arena, or you like marketing and you're realizing that you would want to pursue a future in the marketing world, which is why you want to do an MBA. So exactly this is the linkage which you have to explain in your statement of purpose. Similarly, if let's say you're going abroad to, let's say, pursue your career there, you have to explain why you are choosing that particular institute or that country for that purpose. So explaining that purpose clearly is the core of a statement of purpose. This should ideally be your third paragraph. In the fourth paragraph, you should be sharing what are some instances from your past wherein you've showcased values that are a fit for your future goal or that future institute, which means why exactly you are a fit. So in the third paragraph, you explain why that institute or that country was your choice. Now you are going to explain why you are a fit for that particular institute. That's your fourth paragraph. The final paragraph, which is the fifth paragraph, can just be a concluding para to say that this is your profile and you would want to pursue your goal in that particular institute, which is why you are looking forward to being there and making the most of the journey over there. So this is how you can cover up for your SOP as a whole. But now I'm going to share a couple of tips that are going to make sure that your SOP looks good enough. The first step is to not start off your SOP with a quote or a proverb. You can definitely include it somewhere in the middle if it fits, but don't start off with it. The second tip is to make sure that there is consistency in your SOP throughout. So if you have mentioned in the beginning that you're a courageous person, you can't suddenly quote an incident in the fourth paragraph that goes against it. So make sure your SOP is consistent. The third is to showcase that you honestly want to be in that institute by sharing what differentiates it from its competitors. The fourth point is to draft your SOP and review it twice. Once to check for any spelling errors and once to check for grammatical errors, because these two should definitely be removed removed from your SOP. The final point is to make sure that if there's anything negative that has happened in your past, you have to put it in a very positive light. For example, if you have faced poverty, illness, or something as a tragedy in your past, you can put it in your SOP. That highlights that you have faced challenges in your past, and everyone has, but you have to be very positive about it and highlight how you came out of it as a stronger person. So, these are a couple of tips that I wanted to share with you to make a stellar SOP. I know that a lot of you might be writing your statement of purposes at the moment for different institutes. So, if you have any doubt regarding it, please feel free to put it in the comments and I would be happy to respond to them. Thank you so much for watching this video.